couldn't help myself. I had to get on here and say good day to you guys. I am back from New Zealand, as you know, and man, I am itching to get on the damn table. I haven't wanted to do table time so bad ever. What's up, in Litos? First comment, how are you, brother? Hi, Voldemort, Richard Gen X. Oh, he says first, but he's not. He's like third. Well done, either way, brother. Tim White, Ashwin, Richard Jennings. G'day, guys. I've got as people coming in, man. It's good to be back. It's really good to be back in Australia. I am King. How are you, brother? Good to see you. Man, had such a ridiculously good time over there. New Zealand. Just got a shout out to New Zealand. Phenomenal country. Phenomenal country. New Zealand. But anyway, yes, thank you, arm wrestling. The topic at hand, Jordan Davis is looking like a savage. I have literally, oh, we got, hey, Ryan, hey, Bennett, brothers, oh, we got Tom Burns. Man, I have literally been looking, trying to hassle Jordan all morning. I'm assuming he's traveling back from Sydney. He might be in the air right now. That's why he's not responding. But I've been like, Jordan lives 10 minutes away from me. So I can get tables on him. I'm like, dude, I gotta group up. I gotta group up. I need someone to group up with. I messaged Lachlan. Lachlan's at work, and he's like, I don't finish till late. I've got kids, and I gotta do stuff. And I'm like, oh, Jordan, no doubt traveling. Jordan also has kids. I need to steal one of these two, Jordan or Lachlan, today, because man, I've done the 18 days rest, as you guys were always mentioning. A lot of people were telling me, make sure you do the rest, make sure you get in shape and all this kind of stuff. I just want to know. Look at the pump. I'm ready. I'm ready. Just let me have it. I seriously need to know. I need to know if the rest of the version of me has become a badass, or if I want to know how strong Jordan feels, the way he crushed Mario. Richard Jason, slow down right now. Man, I'm so pumped. I'm literally so excited to arm wrestle again. The arm wrestling world has been so awesome in the last few weeks, watching what's been going on and all that sort of stuff. And Tim Pipe says Brett Coots needs to happen. I agree. When you look at the Australian overall ranks, I've gripped all of them except Brett in the last, or except Brett and Ben in the last 6 months. So I agree. I want to see Jordan against Brett. I want to put Brett. Jordan Davis and I, a lot of people ask the question, when will Jordan Davis and myself face? That's a good question. Perez said they're not going to pull him, man. I see that comment from Jesus M. Man, I would love to pull Perez. I would get deep into that hook with him and see what happens. I'm ready to sit there all day and just look at the arm. His arm is so ready. Oh man. Yeah, so Jordan Davis. When are Jordan Davis and I going to have a super match? Daniel Urick says, give Lachlan a super match. Other people saying, do more rehab, eat more pancakes, and pull Lachlan. Man, I just want to pull today. I just want to pull right now. I'm not after a full super match. I just want to literally get on the table. I just need to get on the damn table and pull. Yeah, feeling massive too. So ready. I haven't even touched my training equipment. I got home and I'm like, I'm so fresh right now. I don't want to waste any of it. I don't want to waste any of it, even on a damn side pressure pulley. I want to grip Lachlan or Jordan, one of those two, and just see what it feels like. Last time I gripped Lachlan, I couldn't do a freaking thing to him. Everyone's saying, Ryan, rest. I want to know, can I do something? And then I want to grip Jordan after Jordan just savagely destroyed Mario Tembakas last night, and Jordan firmly climbed up the overall Australian ranks ladder. Man, I want to know, can he bust his hand open, or am I just going to clamp down on him and sink him into a hook? I don't know. I want to know, though. I really, really, really want to know. If Jordan put on more muscle, would he be top in Australia? Look, there's a lot of people in Australia who have made the prediction
that if Jordan ever is legitimately walking around at 100 kilos plus, then he'll be the man. I tend to agree Jordan has a shape and a genetics. When he loads down like that, oh man, Jordan is a tough dude to handle. He really genuinely is an elite arm wrestler. Make no mistake about it. Never see it any other way. Jordan is an elite arm wrestler every day of the week, and yeah, I think Jordan has so much potential to be the man. But hell, I'm going to race him to it. I'm going to race him to it hard. I mean, if you go back on my channel, if you followed my story in arm wrestling for the last 8 years, Jordan Davis and I really were the training partners that we each had for the first 4 years. And we had big goals and ambitions. We both declared, look, we said, we're going to be number 1 and 2 in Australia someday. And when it happens, I don't know what the order is, but we're going to do it. And we said that years ago, and I tell you, it's getting close. I mean, I got a good buddy, Lachlan Adair, who's going to prevent that as best he can. But I tell you what, the way Jordan looked against Mario, and talking to him last night, I called him on the phone, and oh my goodness, he was just, you think I'm buzzing right now. Man, he was electric. He was like, dude, there's no one in Australia can stop me right now. He said that, his words, he's like, I will beat Lachlan, I will beat Ben Carroll, I will beat Matau Arangi, I will beat anyone. He didn't say me. Interestingly, he left me off the list, but he did say he thinks no one in Australia can beat him right now. So Jordan is obviously feeling good. He's obviously feeling good. And the way, and look, the way that he destroyed Mario Tembakas, I gotta agree. Dude's in good form. So I need to know, Jordan, if you're watching this damn live video, comment. I don't know where he is. Like I said, I've been calling him. I've been sending him messages. He hasn't seen any of my damn messages, and he hasn't called me back. So I can only think that he's traveling. He's on a flight. But Jordan, as soon as you damn see this, call me. We need to group up today. Right now it's like lunchtime, Brisbane on Sunday. So we need to group up tonight. We dead set need to. Yeah. What else? We got some comments going on. Can't think of anyone else that strong that is that lean. Yeah, Jordan is one of the most deceptive dudes you'll ever see. Like, if you don't know arm wrestling, if you don't know Jordan, and you see Jordan just on the street, never in a million years would you say that he is the man, or that he's even that hard to beat in an arm wrestle. Jordan's phenomenal. He's the hand control king. He has a bigger hand than Devin Larratt, if you're wondering. His hand is bigger than Devin Larratt's. His elbow to fingertip is actually the same as Devin Larratt. It's just that Devin's got a longer elbow to wrist than Jordan, but Jordan has a longer wrist to fingertip than Devin. By the way, how freaking strong does that look? Repulsive Gravity says, you are second in Australia. We need to see you and Lachlan on a world scale. Yeah, man, we do. We legit do. Just the situation in Australian travel is just so painful. I will, and Lachlan will, I promise you. I got business money to invest. As pound for pound arm wrestling grows, and as this YouTube channel grows, the revenue grows, and that just makes it easier and easier and easier to travel. And we will. I give you my absolute word. Lachlan, myself, Jordan, we will travel the instant we can. Right now we have a travel bubble between New Zealand, so there's a good chance that I'm going to get back over to New Zealand in the next, next couple of weeks even. I might literally in 2 weeks' time or something just call up Matau Rang and say, let's go, let's do it, and have a super match. I need to pull properly. But having a match with Matau Arangi doesn't actually help on the global scale, because Matau Arangi is part of our little ecosystem. So the world doesn't really change what's going on. If I go and pull Matau Arangi, it changes our order, but the rest of the world doesn't get an update. So ideally, if the world opens up, Lachlan and I would pop up in Eastern Europe somewhere. Got standing invites from Lars Rabakin to go and stay at his place, climb some mountains. We'd do that, maybe go to Norway, stay at Lars' place, have a super match with someone. I'll tell you right now, guys, you guys know that Neil Pickup is planning an Arm Wars. Obviously, that's very much dependent on whether COVID buggers off from the UK in any sort of sense. But I'll tell you right now that Neil has got me an opponent on that card. I don't think I'm allowed to say it. I really want to, but there's an opponent that Neil has highlighted me for. Tell me, do you guys know, has Neil mentioned anywhere the opponents? Tell me if he has, because I don't want to give away something that I'm not meant to give away. Has Neil mentioned who I would potentially face? If I start seeing people tell me the answers correctly, then I'll start talking about it. But everyone's saying don't say it. No one knows it. Okay, I won't say it yet. I won't say it. But Neil has said, Ryan, you are gonna face this guy, and it's a guy that I'm going to freaking crush. It's a guy that I'm going to crush, but it's a guy that when I crush, my stocks are going to go from here to like, whoa. People don't think that I'll be I think a lot of people might go, oh, Ryan against this guy, yeah, good match, but this guy's the favorite. I tell you, not only am I going to beat him, I'm going to crush him. I can't say it, but I'm gonna dead set crush the dude so bad that everyone's gonna go, oh my goodness, when so-and-so faced that guy, it was a war. When so-and-so faced that guy, it was a war. Bowen just crushed him. Yeah, Brandon Justice has never bet against Bowen. I am 11-0 on super matches, 11 in a row. It's been a long time since I've lost a super match. I did see that Neil asked Uncle John to take part. I can confirm for you it is not Uncle John. I'm not pulling Uncle John. Not pulling Uncle John. I'm seeing some names. I don't know. I'm enjoying you guys asking, but who? Who seriously? No, I'll tell you right now that I haven't seen the name, so it's not Storm Chalina. Pancake Bowen versus Skinny Devon. Man, yeah. I had this plan to face Devon when I was 40 and he was 50, which is 4 years away. And I was expecting Devon to deteriorate and become like old and irrelevant, not to morph into a Super Saiyan version of Giant Devon. But anyway, that's another topic. It's not Danny Tesh, it's not Chance Shaw, it's not Alex Toprol. Having said that, I'd love it to be Alex Toprol. Man, I would totally be up for that. As in Schoolboy. I would like to pull Schoolboy. Aside from the attention that would bring to my channel, which would be a bonus, I would just love to pull Schoolboy. I know that his other brother Alex, he and I talk a lot. We're in the YouTube space together. We talk a lot, and we have very differing opinions on who would win the match, and I think there's a good amount of tension there. Yeah. Who else? People asking, Zane asks, is he American? Okay, no, he's not American. The guy that Neil has matched me with is not American. He's someone, though, that will give me immense credibility if I beat. And it's someone that I will crush. I just know I will. I just know that I will crush them. And I'll crush them kind of just like this. I'll just go like this, that, and then they won't be able to do a thing. If I do that, match is done. Simple as that. Ryan versus Logan Paul. Man, I'd like to arm wrestle Logan Paul. That'd be fun. Man, Tim Pipe says Bama Bull. Bama Bull is someone that I want. He is on the list. I've never forgotten about Bama Bull. There will come a time. The only reason I don't target Bama Bull in any sort of potential opportunities or anything like that is simply because I'm heavier than him now, and I know that it just looks stupid calling out people lighter than you and pushing for a match. I'm 96, 97 kilos right now. 97 kilos. Bama Bull's maybe 84 kilos. So we're in a different category. But I would love to pull Derek. Yeah, I'd pull Derek. Derek Smith. How do you guys think I'd go against Derek Smith? I would pull him. Paul Talbot, man, that's someone I would pull too. Yes, someone just here. YouTube user 12345 says Paul Talbot and then Paul Linn. Brandon Coro says Hogland. Interesting one. No comment on Hogland. Might be him, could not be him. I don't know. Corey West is not in my list. Some PT says Corey West, dude. No. Corey West is too big, too strong for me. Corey West is entering the elites of supers. Lachlan and Corey. Now that's something I'd like to see. Jamie Sheldon, no, not Jamie Sheldon. The chemist, no, it is not Mike Ciliaris, the chemist. Although I would love to pull him someday. I don't know if he's still active or not. G-Wagon says the dude is tripping. Giannis Amlins, man, Giannis is one of those guys that I would pull, but I would never call him out because I'm so much heavier than him. I think that Giannis, it'd be a match, but it's just a silly. There's not a lot of story update. And when I mean story update, if I pull Giannis and I beat Giannis, everyone says, yeah, Ryan's heavier than Giannis. He should have won. If I lose to Giannis, everyone's like, well, okay, Ryan, he's an elite world top roller. You were never good enough for him anyway, so nothing really changes either way. Win or lose, no one's opinion of anyone. So it needs to be a match where opinions can change. People are saying, hang on, he just told us the answer is Hogland. Did I? I don't think I did. That just might be getting warmer, the Hogland thing. Schoolboy, Lemon, Mike Aiello, Tom Holland, man, let me say, Tom Holland, if Tom Holland's like Jordan Davis, one of those guys that's immensely, weirdly, crazily strong and stronger than he should be. And honestly, I just wish dudes like Tom Holland would eat. I wish he would eat. He's got the same issue as Jordan Davis. His metabolism's so damn fast that he just doesn't get any heavier. If he got heavier, oh my goodness. Imagine Tom Holland at 100 kilos. Can you imagine that? Tom Holland at 100 kilos would be immense. Jordan Davis at 100 kilos would be immense. People saying Luke Kint, definitely not Luke Kint. Luke Kint's far too light for me. I have met Luke Kint and I've watched him pull. I didn't actually grip him, but I watched Alan Fisher beat him, and I've pulled Alan Fisher and I can comfortably hold Alan Fisher. People saying Coach Ray. Look, Coach Ray and I, we're destined. We're going to clash. It's not Coach Ray. Look, if I beat Coach Ray, people would give me the nod as like, well done. But the person that I'm going to face will give me a much bigger upgrade than Coach Ray on international reputation. Beating Coach Ray would be fun and satisfying, but honestly, I think I'd kill Coach Ray. Coach Ray's 5'0", and yeah, you saw what Mazahir did, Mazahir Saidu and Coach Ray. I know Coach Ray was sleeping the whole time when Coach Ray was pulling Mazahir. I'm like, dude, Coach Ray, I expected you to win this 6-0. What the hell is going on, man? Wake up, slip, go to straps, do something. Why the hell are you holding on to this guy? And he was unable to hold on to this guy. Honestly, I think that Coach Ray, I would crush him. So it's not Coach Ray. But no, it's someone I get more of an upgrade from. People saying Paul Linn. I want to talk about that. Michael Montalio saying Paul Linn, man. Paul Linn's actually a guy that I freaking love Paul Linn, but I mean, who doesn't love Paul Linn? Paul Linn as an arm wrestler is for me one of those shaped guys that, hell, he's got a shape that, oh man. And I really look forward to facing Paul Linn someday. I don't know when, but we're going to collide someday. But facing Paul Linn for me is one of those challenges that is not so straightforward. And when I say it's not so straightforward, I mean, our top rolling Paul Linn's a real tall ass. He gets on his tricep and his wrist and hand up here really hard to crack. I haven't seen anyone really just out top roll him. So straight away I'm like, and I faced Paul Linn in 2018, early 2018, he beat me in a tournament in Arizona. And his tricep and his loaded back, really hard to crack. And I only had one crack at him there. In a super match, and having thought about it in the lead up, I think, man, I know the formula to beat Paul. And it's a formula that's going to scare the arm wrestling world, especially the anti-side pressure types. Because for me to beat Paul Linn, here's the play. Here's how I go. Paul Linn, if we ever face each other, this is what I'm going to attempt to do to you. Okay, so I can't beat Paul Linn up top, I don't think. I can't traditionally beat him by sinking all the way in, because I just don't think I can get there. I think he'd just keep it out and he'd get side pressure whilst I'm trying to do this. The way that I would do it, and thank you to Bubbles for a $2.69 super chat, says Paul who? Kyriakos Grizzly. Kyriakos? Are you talking about Kyriakos from Melbourne? Man, I'll pull Kyrie any time of the week. I could pull him in my sleep. If that's the Kyriakos you're talking about. Good dude though. So here's what I would do against Paul Linn. I would fight high. I would grip deep like I'm hooking, but then with all my loaded pressure, I'm going to be back pressure, like I'm trying to top roll. So again, hooker's grip, but trying to top roll my freaking ass off. This is just the setup, guys. This is in the setup. This is what I'm doing. And from there, honestly, yes, am I hooking or am I top rolling? Okay, the answer is I'm doing neither. The reason I take the deep grip is just so that he can't bust my wrist open. The reason I'm trying to top roll with my pressure is just to scare him away from cutting off my low grip by jumping over my low grip and getting shoulder line. Because if you grip too low, someone will just cut you off and then you got nothing. So low grip to control his top roll, low back pressure and that like I'm going crazy. And then from there, honestly, all that happens is side pressure. I want to fight a dude in a flat-wristed, no rotation, no cup, nothing. I'm not going to let him bend his wrist. I'm not going to try to bend my wrist. I'm not going to let him pronate, and I'm not going to try to pronate. I'm going to say, we're fighting right here, nothing's moving, ready to go, and just freaking side. And if he rolls me a bit, bang, I'll get there. And I'll sit there, and I'll sit there, and I'll sit there. And that's how I'll beat Paul Linn. If it ever happens. Got another. Repulsive Gravity says, ask Neil if he can tell us. Guys, Neil is asleep. That's the problem is, I don't know what time it is in the UK right now. It's asleep. He's asleep. He's asleep. Oh man, he's asleep. I don't know. I can't throw Neil under the bus here. I think he wants to announce it formally or something like that. So I can't. People saying pull Larry. No, Larry's not the match. Larry's the man, but Larry, as we saw, needs his experience. You just can't be brand new and perform at that level. Those ready go. Larry's strong, but no. People say BLM, squeeze the lemon, man. That was destiny gone, and I don't think I'll face BLM in a formal match anytime soon. I would happily pull him, but I think honestly, I think that BLM is kind of just not the guy for me right now. I think I beat BLM fairly comfortably. Who else? People saying RBJ. Now, RBJ will be pulling Sasha Andreev at this same event. The match that you guys have heard him push for that match. They've got that match lined up. That's what's going on with that. RBJ and Sasha Andreev will be at this event. So, trust me, after I crush the person I'm going to face, and RBJ has pulled Sasha, there will be after pulling. There will definitely be after side table pulling. And I know that everyone's going to say, yeah, but Rob just had a war with Sasha and either won or lost or whatever, and you just steamrolled so-and-so. So, Ryan, you were way more fresh. But trust me, Rob and I are going to be in the same room that weekend, and there's absolutely zero chance we don't group up and I film that damn thing. So, it'll happen. In a casual sense, it'll happen, and we'll see. We'll see. People saying Kostadinov, no, it's not Kostadinov. Kostadinov is very much linked to the top 8 right now. Oleg Petrenko, again, another top 8 guy. He's in that. Oh, it's not him. Travis Bajan, that's an interesting one. Actually, Travis Bajan, I would so pull Travis. Travis was actually 4 days He was literally 4 days away from getting on a plane to Australia before bloody COVID internationally woke up. And you know, if Travis came to Australia, which Travis has said to me, Ryan, you better damn bring me to Australia. I was looking forward to that trip. I want to get paid to come to Australia. So I've given my word to Travis that I'll bring him to Australia at some point once international travel becomes possible and he doesn't have to do 2 weeks quarantine. I'll tell you right now, if Travis came to Australia, I would not let him enter this country without having a super match. I'd be like, dude, sorry, you have to have a super match, both left and right. And Lachlan can have him left and I would have him right. Honestly, if Travis is in the casual Travis version that he's in, man, I'll beat him. If he took it remotely seriously, that's a different question. But if it's random casual Travis, then I'll beat him. So I didn't want to say this straight away, but I'm going to tell you guys that somewhere I've seen the correct name in the comments go past. So it's been said. Someone has said it. Someone typed the correct name. I saw it go past, and I'm like, ooh, how about that? There it is. There it is. Someone has said it. And I don't want to tell you how long ago it was either, but anyway, someone said the correct name. Someone said the name that I am going to face. And it's not Barry Bourne. Oh, I love it. Look at it. Everyone's going crazy on it now, but anyway. I don't know, guys. Lachlan Adez just messaged me. Let me check his message. Doesn't look like Lachlan's coming over tonight. So it's down to Jordan. It's down to Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis, call me. Can everyone do me a favor? Here we go. If you're on this live and you're friends with Jordan Davis on Facebook in any way, shape, or form, even if you're not a friend with Jordan on Facebook, can you all, once we get off this live, or if you can do it whilst you're watching this live, do it for me right now. Can you all message Jordan and say, oi, you need to pull Ryan today? Seriously, go and pull Ryan today. And when I do, I'll go live. Jordan Davis and I will go live, we'll set it up, and we'll chat. We'll ask Jordan what the hell's going on with him as we're training, and we'll find out where the balance is with me and Jordan right now. Let's do that. So everyone, literally everyone right here, right now, start messaging Jordan Davis. Bombard his inbox so he doesn't know what the hell is going on. He'll think he's become overnight famous or something like that from his victory over Mario. And yeah. People saying Lupke's, it's definitely not Lupke's. Lupke's is in hospital, not doing well, so not him. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to stop reading the names in the comments because I think I'm going to actually give it away who I'm going to face. Oh, hang on. Tim Pipes just sent me a message. What has Tim Pipes said? Oh, he sent me a photo of my screenshot pump arm. Thank you, Tim. Very happy with that. Hang on, how do I get rid of this now? There we go, we're back. Alright, so anyway, that's what's going on. I need to pull. I really do. How you will set a match with Rustam? If I was to face Rustam, how would I pull? Good question. From Sergio. Rustam is one of those guys that I consider Rustam the guy at my weight. I consider him number one in the world at my weight. That's just my own personal opinion. I don't know. Everyone else might have a different opinion, but that's who I personally rate right now as the guy at my weight is Rustam. If I had to pull Rustam, and I guess this will give you an idea of the mindset, the way that I approach every single super match I ever face. The key for me preparing for a super match, and I believe it to be one of the reasons why I have so much success in super matches, is that I come at every match I ever face, and the longer I've got to think about it, the better prepared I'm going to be. I come into every single super match I ever face, applying what my opinion is, the perfect biomechanics to derail their best move. arm wrestling for me, and I've built myself as an arm wrestler without a move. I don't want to have a move. I want to have every move available. And the one that I will apply will be the one that just biomechanically is the biggest problem for their best move. So when I'm having a match with anyone, and if Rustam's the example, people are saying, what shape would you use for Rustam if you were ever to face? And again, for anyone who's making the Delusional Ryan Bowen series, don't you dare take this footage and make it sound like I'm trying to say I want a match with Rustam. I'll kill you. The way I would do it, if I was ever preparing for Rustam, and hopefully someday I will be preparing for Rustam, I would first of all assess my elbow to wrist. Is my elbow to wrist longer than his or shorter than his? I would find that information out. Okay, that's critical information. Elbow to wrist determines things. Wrist to fingers determine things. Width of hand determines things. I would send my spies out to find out all that information about Rustam. And then from there, I start to shape my plan. I start to shape what I do. How much supination do I add? Now, if my elbow to wrist is longer than his, straight away what that means is the advantage for me, or one of the advantages for me, is to win center. If your elbow to wrist is longer than your opponent's, you have a leverage advantage for winning center. Okay, if you want real life examples of that, think of Mike Aiello, big tall hooker. He's never got any dramas winning center. It's because he's crashing down from a high height. So elbow to wrist, if it's longer than your opponent, you're going to be able to push sideways with a disproportionate effort. It's going to be easier for you to push sideways than it is for the other guy. Why? The answer is because when we angle in, like referees say no carve, right? But let's face it, there's always a little bit. If you're coming from a higher angle and I push across this direction here, it's more likely, because I'm coming from the high angle, my opponent is naturally going to be feeling the downward wedge of my arm more significantly than he can apply on me. So longer elbow to wrist equals center. So straight away, if I'm assuming I've got a longer elbow to wrist than Rustam, one of the most important things would be center. Okay, then we have to say, okay, what are his weapons? So I've identified that biomechanically, winning center is a weapon for me for this match. Okay, if I'm facing Jordan Davis, it's not a weapon. It's a problem that I have to think about how to solve. The next thing is, okay, if I'm winning center, what options is that going to lead him to? And I know Rustam is not going to top roll. His weapon is he likes to get on his tricep side, he likes to wrist up, and he likes to really quickly supinate and wrist flexion. Okay, so if I'm pushing forward, winning center in the setup, now guys, we're talking all pure setup talk here. We're not talking the match has started. You win arm wrestles in the setup, okay? So if I'm winning center and Rustam is on his tricep, kind of outside of his shoulder, outside of his pec, which he'd be comfortable with, he's spent a lot of matches there, and he's going to be doing this. Hey, remember when Rustam fought Toddzilla, and he crushed Toddzilla 6-0? It's because Toddzilla made the same biomechanical error 6 rounds in a row. And the biomechanical error that Todd made was he was trying to win center against Rustam when Todd's elbow to wrist is shorter than Rustam's. Okay, Todd has only 10 inches. My elbow to wrist is 12. Todd's elbow to wrist is 10. Todd's hand starts like there, which is short. It's a damn short forearm. So anyway, okay. So if you win center and then Rustam is supinating hard and fast, I've got to say, okay, trying to, for instance, an error would be to try to top roll. To try to completely top roll against Rustam's biggest lead offense from that position would be a gift to him actually, it would gift him biomechanically the lane that he wants to fight in. Okay, so no. But what we are going to do is, in this position, we would never want to, because my arm is longer than Rustam's, I would never want to open my arm and go into a low-based hook, okay? That would give a bigger emphasis to his initial surge. I would only ever go to that position after his initial surge has been absorbed. The first initial surge would need to be absorbed like this. You would win center, and you would I would tie a chain from my pronation to my left shoulder. I would imagine there's a damn chain tied there. I would win center, and there's a damn chain tied there. All I would care about is wrist flexion and keeping my pronation up. And as he attacks, that's going to break through the majority. I need to simultaneously achieve a stop. If a stop is achieved, suddenly elbow comes forward, supination, slide through. With the longer arm, you're going to slide over the rotation of his forearm. Everyone has a pivot point in their forearm. If you're the longer arm guy, you have an opportunity to get over that. Getting over the pivot means rotation. Still, no offense yet. This is all position. Let him attack. He would probably attack again. You look to absorb. Once you feel his wrist flexion starting to flatten, you then back pressure and chop. Okay, his hand is under back pressure and chop, and you actually let your arm down. You let your arm down, back pressure, chop, and that starts to put load into his hand. Load into his hand like that, and then from there, you feel the options. What do? Do you finish with a top roll? That might be the option. If that's the weak point, does he have side pressure and a flop press that you need to be aware of? He does. We saw him hold on for a long time against Kadecha, so he's got something there. So you don't want to overcommit. So you take some of it, but then you start chipping. You start chipping with supination and position and your own side pressure. You assess again. I don't want to get sucked into that hook ever against Rustam. So you'd be there, high hooking, pressure, floating between top roll, and eventually if his wrist cracked, you'd get to here and pin him. So there we go, guys. That's how. That was probably the biggest answer I've ever given to one question on how would you take on Rustam. Okay, that's how I'd do it. I missed all your comments. I have no idea what anyone said during all that time. So, I apologize. All right. What else is going on? Dangus says 12-inch elbow to wrist and 7-inch hand. Is that you, Dangus? Where I have a 12-inch elbow to wrist and an 8-inch hand, if anyone's wondering. So yeah, Dangus. Everyone has a plan until Todd pulls to the side. Yeah. Don't read them, Ryan, says Daniel Urick. Yeah, I don't have time to read them all, but man, I don't care about what people said if that's what you're worried about. Anyway, man, I think I need to go do some work, and by work, I am currently editing up the next breakdown episode. But as I was doing the breakdown episode, I was just, like I said, I'm just so savagely wanting table time right now that I'm like, I gotta go talk to YouTube and hang out with them for a bit because I need to vent on how much I want table time. Bubbles, another $2.68. That's a super chat. I love that specific number, $2.68. I'm curious if that's got something in it. The Bloat Lord, aka M-Bloat, is Kyriakos Grizzly. Still talking code, Bubbles, but I am very grateful nonetheless for the super chat. Thank you, man. How much can I bench press? Someone asked. I haven't bench pressed since I was in the military. The heaviest I ever benched was 130 kilos when I was in the military. But it's been... I got out of the military in 2010. What we got? Which match is the breakdown? Guys, I've got 2 breakdowns that I'm working on at the moment. I'm doing Coach Ray and Mazahir Saidu. And then I'm doing Dmitry Trubin, and I forget the dude's name, I'll have to look it up, but who just pulled in the Russian PAL Cup. Yeah, that's it. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Guys, I'm going to end it. Like I said, please go and message Jordan Davis. I want to hear from Jordan saying, dude, what the hell did you do? Why did hundreds of people hammer me? Saying that they need to go and pull you. So please go and message Jordan Davis and tell him he needs to come over to my place tonight and pull me. And if he does, I will go live for that session. You guys can watch it unfold as it all happens, real time, and we'll have a chat as well. And in between now and then, I will yes, there it is, the question. I will ask Neil Pickup. When Neil Pickup wakes up, which is about probably 5-6 hours time from now, I think. When Neil wakes up, I'll message him and say, dude, am I allowed to say who you've offered me a match for yet? And if he says no, I'll be like, why the hell is it a no? Well, let's make it a yes. What do we do to make it a yes? And we'll do that, and we'll go from there. But all right, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for the good fun. I had a blast, and I will see you guys really soon.